Al Jazeera's Wael Dahdouh visited the Nasser Medical complex in Khan Younis and he filed this report.
This obstetrics and gynecology department in Nasser Medical complex has been targeted and penetrated by Israeli shells. As you can see, on that bed was a woman who had her leg amputated after an attack in another area in Khan Younis. The shell hit her directly in her head and killed her immediately. It did not explode. If it had, it would have caused a real massacre here. This is the second time the hospital has been hit by a shell that didn't explode. The first fell early this morning in one of the hospital's courtyards, where displaced people shelter in a large number of tents. 2 people were injured.
This is the children's section. The children were sleeping in their places, including a little girl, Donya. The shell penetrated the ceiling and directly hit her. Parts of her head and blood are splattered on the wall, as you can see. It's a brutal crime. This little girl had her legs amputated, and her family were killed when their house was bombed not long ago. Finally, she lost her life. The enemy killed Donya and killed all her hopes. The enemy didn't send us any warning or evacuation order. The enemy didn't say anything before shelling our department. It's a message to us that we will always be under the threat of being shelled and bombarded anytime, any day. Donya and the other innocent children did nothing to be killed. The civilian displaced people in these tents did nothing to be attacked and killed and get injured. Israel's military might be intent on committing other massacres in this hospital and knocking out this health institution. It doesn't want any medical service to be offered to our dead and wounded people in the entire Gaza Strip.
It is almost the same old scenario used previously by the Israeli occupation forces in Al-Shifa Medical Complex. The same method has been used before at the obstetrics and gynecology department in Al-Shifa Medical Complex prior to putting the whole complex under a siege. Could this be the start of imposing a total siege on the hospital before storming it? The coming few hours and days give us the answer.
وائل الدحدوح الجزيرة مجمع ناصر الطبي.